on campus following Monday's bombing. Police in nearby New Bedford say they searched an off-campus housing complex Friday. They arrested 2 people following that. Other news, crews in white suits have begun cleaning up Boylston Street in Boston. WBZ-TV photographer Paul Buscemi says debris was still there from earlier in the week where the bombings occurred.
Very somber scene, very eerie scene, eerily quiet. There's an American flag right in Boylston Street that's at half-staff, pretty much right across from Marathon Sports where the first bomb went off.
Investigation, of course, still ongoing. A Chicago area teenager facing a terrorism charge after trying to go and fight against the Syrian government. FBI Special Agent Joan Hyde says Abdullah Ahmad Tunisi was arrested at O'Hare Airport on Friday night in Chicago. Hyde says Tunisi did extensive research about a rebel group that is connected to Al-Qaeda in Iran.
Mr. Tunisi made online contact with an individual he thought could assist him in his travels and hooking up with folks in Syria to assist him with accomplishing his goals. That individual turned out to be an undercover employee of the FBI.
He faces up to 15 years in prison if convicted. An official says 6 Afghan officers are dead after an attack by Taliban insurgents at a police checkpoint in eastern Afghanistan. 1 officer injured, another missing. Meantime, Friday, officials say Taliban insurgents attacked a local police checkpoint in Andar, killing 13 officers. The U.S. planning to provide additional non-lethal aid to rebels in Syria. CBS's Steve Dorsey has more from Istanbul.
Secretary of State John Kerry announced the new aid after a meeting between high-level foreign officials from 10 other countries and the Syrian Opposition Council. The aid is expected to include supplies and perhaps armor, but the announcement didn't meet requests by rebels for a Syrian no-fly zone and drone strikes against embattled President Bashar al-Assad's missile sites. The United Nations estimates the escalating 2-year-long conflict has killed more than 70,000 people. Steve Dorsey for CBS News, Istanbul.
U.S. Defense Secretary and Pentagon Chief Chuck Hagel in Tel Aviv. It's the first stop on the 5-country tour of the Mideast. Hagel telling reporters on his flight from Washington, Israel has a right to defend himself and must decide when to use military force against Iran. And Hagel saying both the U.S. and Israel share the objective of preventing Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. Well, around the world, record stores are fighting back. They do digital music. CBS's Larry Miller with more from London.
It's the International Record Store Day, with a dwindling number of independent stores celebrating unique culture before downloads, when records meant vinyl, then CDs. Queen's Brian May.
This is the way it was when I was a kid. You come in and you browse, you can put something on, you can try it out, and you talk to your mates, and you get a whole vibe, you feel part of what's going on. To me, it was magic.
This Record Store Day sees special vinyl and CD releases by artists including Aerosmith, Bob Dylan, and David Bowie. Larry Miller, CBS News, London.
A tear in the tarp that covers the boat.
Moments ago, an armored vehicle moved through the crowd.
19-year-old suspect is in custody tonight.
Thanks, Carver. On behalf of Crystal and Martin and Lucy, the MIT officer and the transit police officer, I want to say how grateful I am.
This is WBZ News Radio 1030.
WBZ News Time, 9:53. Traffic and weather together. It is the Subaru dealers of New England. All-wheel drive with traffic on the threes. Nick Cole Davis, what do you see?
Well, right now, Doug, we have a couple of new problems. We'll start downtown in the tunnel northbound. A disabled vehicle is sitting right by Government Center. That's causing a couple of brake taps, understandably getting by. Callahan Tunnel, that right lane still shut down, will be all day long, and they're actually closing the entire tunnel tonight at 11. They're doing some manhole repair there, so keep that in mind. Mass Pike eastbound, of course, the off-ramp to Copley Square is still shut down and will be till further notice. Now, west of town, we are hearing of some debris falling out of a moving pickup truck on Route 2 westbound prior to 128. So keep that in mind. Mass Pike, though, fine through Millbury and Natick. No problems on Route 9. And 495 is looking pretty good as well. Now, the upper end of 128, easy does it really from Burlington to Beverly. 393, 95, all good to and from New Hampshire. Route 1 and 495 still good. South of town, no problems. Next report at 10:03 on WBZ's traffic on the threes.
WBZ News Time, 9:54. Time to check the 4-day accurate forecast. And meteorologist Brian Thompson is here. Brian?
We're in control of our weather today. It's going to give us a lot of sunshine. It's still going to be cool, though, a high around 50. Good news is the wind will not be as strong, so it won't feel as cold as it did yesterday. Mainly clear tonight, low 31 in the suburbs to 37 downtown. And then a breezy day tomorrow with intervals of clouds and sunshine. Tomorrow's high 51. By Tuesday, as the storm slides up the coast, you'll see off and on rain or drizzle. Cloudy, damp, and kind of chilly on Tuesday. High just 46. That rain moves out by Wednesday. Still rather cloudy, though. It'll be milder with a high around 60. I'm back here with the meteorologist Brian Thompson, WBZ News Radio 1030.
Still kind of breezy, at least at Logan Airport. Winds north at 14 miles an hour, gusting to 24. They have sunshine, 41 degrees at Logan. It's 40 here at WBZ.
Donating your used vehicle to the Salvation Army means doing the most good, helping to save a life. In return, you'll receive an IRS-approved tax receipt. The Salvation Army will handle all the details. Call 800-SA-TRUCK. Towing is free. Call 800-SA-TRUCK or visit sacardonation.org.
WBZ News Time, 9:55. Time for the Parent Report. You're in a crowded shopping mall. Turn your back for a second. Find your child. It's every parent's worst nightmare, and it could happen to anyone. But for parents who have a child with autism spectrum disorders, a study shows it is happening at a much higher rate.
So this study showed that there's a very dangerous and a very common behavior, namely eloping or running away that children with autism spectrum disorder have.
Dr. Paul Long, the Interactive Autism Network, who says the reason for these kids wandering differs from child to child. Some become obsessed with something and need to study it, while others just need to get away.
Other children are wandering because they're more like a typical, they may be 7 years old, but they're behaving like a 2-year-old, and they're just exploring their environment.
This is the first scientific study of this issue. Law says future work will need to show the best way to safeguard children, but he says some help is available for them now.
There are a variety of tools being used to keep children safe already, and these include things like GPS tracking and locks that are safe.
Researchers surveyed more than 1,300 families. Nearly half reported their child with ASD wandered off at least once after age 4. For more information on parenting, go to cbsboston.com. With this Parent Report, I'm Doug Cope at WBZ News Radio 1030.
I like spicy things, and I can't do a cartwheel. I'll explain. McDonald's now has the hot and spicy McChicken on the dollar menu. A spicy, golden, crispy chicken patty topped with lettuce and mayo on a toasted bun for just $1. Loving its spicy awesomeness, a celebratory cartwheel followed, as did some bruises. Next time, I'll go with a fist bump.
Every day, as always, there's a lot to love for a little on McDonald's Dollar Menu. Prices and participation may vary for a limited time only.
To prove McDonald's brews Newman's Own organic iced coffee specifically for the local New England palate, we're conducting a taste test in Mobile, Alabama. Excuse me, would you mind trying this iced coffee and let us know what you think?
Sure thing, sugar.
Well, ma'am, what do you think of our New England blend? Oh, wicked awesome, kid. Wow. Newman's Own organic iced coffee, brewed for New England. Right now, just $1 for a medium at McDonald's.
Yeah, guys.
Prices and participation may vary.
WBZ News Time, 9:58. It's 40 degrees and sunny in Boston, heading up to 50 today. WBZ's Jeff Brown is all of today's top stories next.
At Advance Auto Parts, we'd love to help you keep your car rolling down the highway with awesome deals on parts every day. And what better way to keep on rolling than in a new truck? Enter the Castro Truck Sweepstakes at Advance. You could win a